The 3rd century BC was a notoriously violent time, filled with giant clashes and amazing personalities. Alexander's conquests destroyed the Achaemenid dynasty of Persia, which ruled the whole of the Middle East. The rising Roman Empire began a series of conquests to unite the Italian Peninsula, and fought its Carthaginian rival to dominate the entire Mediterranean coastline. During this period, India was also experiencing a revolutionary change, which helped in the rise of the Maurya Empire and the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. In 326 BC, Alexander the Great entered India for the first time and camped at the Indus River. He demanded that 2 rival kings in the region, Ambi and Porus, come to him and surrender. Ambi, the ruler of Taxila, surrendered to Alexander, but Porus of Paurava resisted, and forced Alexander to fight a battle at the Hydaspes River. Alexander defeated Porus, and took control over northwestern parts of India. Wanting to conquer all of India, Alexander started to prepare his army. But his army mutinied, and he was forced to go back. Alexander's army had heard of a massive Indian kingdom, with innumerable soldiers, further to the east. This was the Nanda Empire, which had a force of 2 lakh infantry, 80,000 cavalry, 8,000 chariots and 6,000 war elephants. Though he retreated, Alexander's conquests had destabilized northern India, as he had stopped the trade by controlling Taxila. Meanwhile, people were so fed up with the corrupt rule of the Nanda dynasty, that protests erupted across the kingdom. It was at this time that Chandragupta Maurya was born. When Chandragupta's mother was pregnant with him, his father died in a battle. In such a situation, his mother went to Pataliputra, where she gave birth to Chandragupta Maurya. During his childhood, Chandragupta was playing the game of king and subjects with other children in the village. While playing, the young Chandragupta was giving orders to his officers, like an able king. Chanakya, a renowned teacher from Taxila University, happened to notice him. Chanakya was so impressed with the boy's talent, that he decided to take Chandragupta to Taxila. In Taxila, Chanakya trained Chandragupta Maurya in military arts and statesmanship. A few years later, around 324 BC, Alexander the Great and his Greek soldiers decided to retreat to Greece. So, he appointed Greek governors in his territories, to rule his conquered land. These governors later declared themselves kings, and started to rule independently. Chandragupta and Chanakya formed alliances with local rulers, and started defeating these Greek rulers, one by one. This is how Chandragupta established himself, in the northwestern parts of India. Later, Chandragupta joined forces with Parvataka, the ruler of the Himalayan region, and formed a vast army, and attacked Magadha. Around 322 BC, the combined forces of Chandragupta and Parvataka ended the regime of the Nanda dynasty. After some time, Chandragupta's friend and ally Parvataka died in mysterious circumstances. So the entire kingdom came under Chandragupta's rule. Chandragupta was an expert in war strategy and army modernization. His army had a special wing for spying and gathering information about his enemies. Most of the territories that Alexander the Great captured in the Indian subcontinent were controlled by Seleucus Nicator. With an intention to expand the Magadha kingdom, Chandragupta attacked Seleucus territories. Chandragupta comprehensively defeated Seleucus in the war, and took over the Indus Valley region and some territories of Afghanistan. Seleucus, who was also fighting other rulers to his west, wanted to have good relations with the Maurya Empire. So he got his daughter, Helena, married to Chandragupta and formed an alliance. He also sent an ambassador named Megasthenes, along with her. Megasthenes visited many parts of India, and wrote a famous book about India called Indica. Chandragupta Maurya's ambitions didn't stop there. He was determined to expand his empire, and bring more regions under his rule. His military campaigns were highly successful, and the Maurya Empire grew to become one of the largest empires in ancient history. In his later years, Chandragupta Maurya abdicated the throne, and passed it on to his son, Bindusasra. He embraced an ascetic lifestyle, and became a follower of Jainism, seeking spiritual enlightenment. Chandragupta Maurya's legacy lives on, as his empire became a model for future Indian dynasties. The Maurya Empire laid the foundation for a centralized and efficient administration, leaving a lasting impact on the political and cultural landscape of India. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating historical content. Thank you for watching.